Nubia's latest gaming phone is the RedMagic 6, and its premier feature is a 165Hz screen, a giant battery, top-of-the-line Android performance, a heaping amount of customizable game settings, and a $599 price tag only add to its appeal. But beyond gamers, the appeal of the RedMagic 6 is limited. It comes out on the heels of two other gaming phones, the new Lenovo Legion Phone Duel 2 and the Asus ROG Phone 5. Now, neither of those phones have a US price, but when you convert the European price, the Duel 2 is $1,185 and the ROG is $950. And just want to emphasize, those aren't the actual US prices, but with that in mind, you can immediately see the value of the RedMagic 6. Let's get to the screen. That 165Hz is smooth. Compare that to the fact that most phones, including the iPhone, have a 60Hz display. There are actually a lot of games that can play at 165Hz, which is cool, but I hope more mainstream titles will support it. That said, it's hard for me to describe the differences between 120Hz, like on the Galaxy S21 Ultra, or 144Hz, like on the ROG Phone 5, and 165Hz. The differences are not earth-shattering. The screen also has a 500Hz single touch rate and a 360Hz multi-touch rate. What does that mean? Gameplay was responsive, and I felt like I was more accurate with my on-screen presses for controls. The screen also supports 10-bit colors. Then there's this red button on the side, which you might think is a silent mode switch, but when I slide it over, the phone comes alive and goes into the game space. Essentially, think of it like a library, a control room, and an arena for playing games. You can choose titles, control the lighting on the back, and the internal fan while muting notifications and other non-gaming distractions. During gameplay, I like being able to access game space's controls with just a simple finger slide. For example, if a game wasn't actually hitting 165Hz, I could easily switch it to a lower frame rate without exiting the game. I can also adjust brightness, map gaming controls, create macros for repetitive inputs, record gameplay, and there's even a 4D vibration mode. On the side of the phone are two touch-sensitive areas that you can use as shoulder buttons. Now, the shape of the corners of the phone make it so easy to find them, and I never felt like I was missing button taps. Now, part of that comes from the 400Hz refresh rate of those side inputs. The RedMagic 6 has a built-in fan. Now, it did take me a while to get used to having a phone sound like my laptop when I have multiple tabs open in Chrome. But luckily, you can adjust the speed of the fan. And if one fan isn't enough, you can add more with this accessory, the Dual Core Ice Dock. Now, that's a hell of a name. It adds more airflow and, well, even more noise. Noise aside, the RedMagic 6 never got hot on me, even during long bouts of gaming. Powering the phone is a 5,050 milliamp hour battery that supports 66 watt fast charging, though it does only come with a 30 watt charger. This made it through a day no problem. The RedMagic 6 has a Snapdragon 888 processor. This one has 12 gigabytes of RAM, though there is a RedMagic 6 Pro model that has 16 gigabytes of RAM. There's a headphone jack, support for 5G, Wi-Fi 6E, NFC, and it runs on Android 11. My review unit says Tencent Games on the back, but the actual US model will not. If all you did was game, then for $599, this phone is worth it. But outside of gaming, there are some downsides. The RedMagic 6 has three rear cameras, a main 64 megapixel one, an 8 megapixel ultrawide, and a 2 megapixel bokeh camera for depth. The main camera takes decent photos and can even record HDR10 videos. But accessing the ultrawide camera is tricky. For example, if I open the camera app and I'm in photo mode, where is the ultrawide camera button? Well, you have to go into Pro mode and it's there. So yeah, that's weird. Hopefully it can be fixed with a software update. And as impressive as the screen is, it's also pretty dim. In a bright room or outdoors, it can be hard to see it well. The phone is heavy, which makes one-handed gameplay nearly impossible. Then there's that dual-core ice dock. To set it up, you plug it in with a USB-C cable, and the instructions say that I can open up Bluetooth and pair it. Try as I have, it only works for me with a cable, and who wants to play a game like this? The The RedMagic 6 doesn't have an IP rating for dust or water resistance, it lacks wireless charging, and I'm not the biggest fan of the RedMagic OS. But I am not the target audience for the RedMagic 6. Mobile gamers are. And apparently 2021 is an excellent year for you guys because there are so many gaming phones to choose from. And the RedMagic 6 represents an incredible value as a whole. But now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the RedMagic 6? Are you a mobile gamer? Are you considering getting the phone? And if so, what features really appeal to you? Throw your thoughts in the comments.